guys ready for a little honest review by Loki, and brought to you by KandeKreations.com. I'm here to do a little honest review here. There's been a few new lights that have been coming out lately, and I can't figure out which ones I like, and recently I've just been using these new cases, and to be honest, I kind of think they're the best ones out there. So basically I've started out using the micro lights, those little guys with the screws. I've used photons, I've used ravens. I mean, they're great, but they're not very, they don't look the best, they don't feel the best, they don't fit on the best, they're not very versatile. I started out actually with the Novas before micro lights. The Novas were great and all, but they don't fit right in your hand. They kind of click together when you move around, and I mean they're wonderful if you want to use them underwater. They don't turn off at all. I mean they'll probably last you for life, but they can't really fit tips on them, and other than that, they're pretty good for about thumbs, and that's it. Then I moved on to the KKs and the Micro Maxes. Actually, the big Micro Maxes, the original Micro Maxes, those guys were a little big. I ended up cutting the ends off those to try to make those a little smaller. Those were nice for a little while because they had the first ones with the tip on them, and actually they were just a little big. Then I moved up to the KKs. KKs were awesome and all. They were good for a little while. I like the modes on them. They're very bright. They're very sturdy. I mean, you could literally throw them against a wall. And I learned about cutting the KK. You can actually cut off the little edge there, make it a little smaller. That worked great. Then I moved up to the, I got told about the Micro Max. Those guys were pretty good because they're a lot smaller than the actual Max light. So these guys are pretty good. The only problem with these guys is they're a little thin, and they kind of seem to slide around on each other, and my fingers kind of click together. They don't really fit together very good. I mean, you can see there they're kind of moving around. They're kind of annoying to change out, and a lot of the times the light doesn't stay on. You'll throw it on the ground, it'll just turn off. This one actually have a piece of paper in the back of it. If you can see there, I stuck a little piece of paper just to keep that guy sticking in there. But I mean, there's basically three things you guys need to be a professional light show giver, light show artist. You need a slick pair of glasses. You need some smooth moves. You gotta have those moves together, and you gotta have a really good case. You gotta have a really good case. Some people like to call these guys the Kase, the Kase, the Kase. I just call them the Kase. Brought to you by KandeKreations.com. I mean, first of all, the texture on these things is just great. I mean, these guys are a little rough feeling. If you feel these things, they're a little bit more clear and see-through. They actually are really soft to the touch. It almost feels like a baby's bottom. I wouldn't really want to be kissing a baby's bottom, I guess, but yeah, they're very soft. Makes your lights look wonderful. They're super easy to use because of this little book action thing that they got going on here. If you can see, they just got a little book. You just kind of clip it down and you're good to go. I mean, thing's great. Let me show you a quickie. I mean, how to switch out the light there. See, I almost was used to pulling off the diffuser there. You literally just open this thing like a book, pull it out, slick the batteries off, grab some new batteries, stick it on in, literally put the guy in there, snap it closed, and you got the thing changed in literally, what was that, 6 seconds? Yeah, probably the fastest lights to change. And to be honest, they probably feel the best on your fingers. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna lie, folks. They literally feel the best. Okay, that's the wrong hand. Let me show you guys a little demo here to give you a little sneak preview. See there, they shine all the way through the light, pretty much to the back there. And this thing's just pretty much all the way lit up, pretty much like an orbit skin. The only thing is with the orbit skin is, I mean, you got that extra little flap hanging off there. That's not really cool, and I mean, they kind of slide around also because they're a little bit more rounded on the eyes. I mean, these guys, if you can see there, they literally fit flush right together. I can move my fingers perfectly right together if I want to. Doesn't matter what I want to do. I can literally, everything's very versatile. I can actually close my fingers in a full fist. It actually fits together. That's the first light I've ever been able to do that. And I kind of like, I don't know if I really like anything to be any smaller than this. I kind of like it to be a little bit bigger and thicker like that because it fits on your finger nicer. I mean, these things don't even move. I mean, you can literally just click all day long with these guys. I mean, it's wonderful. So if I were you guys, I would throw away your bits. Well, maybe not throw away your bits. Bits are good for a secondary set. They're alright. They just feel kind of weird on your fingers. And they don't really have that boss look to where they shine all the way through. You know, these guys just shine all the way through. Go out, get yourself some cases. Throw whatever chip you want in there. If you're a clicker, get yourself some IMAXs. If you're not so much a clicker, get yourself some K Evos. These things are wonderful. That's my review. This is Loki, signing out.